Using the Export to Chart facility. The Export to Chart facility is created especially to work with the numeric data contained in the multiple table display systems used in this software. These tables are called grids because they are active and contain variable data styles. Selecting the grid data before plotting. The display screen has three formats: single grid, two grids, and three grids. The grid that has focus is the one that was last clicked on, which becomes the current export grid. The data zones that can be plotted. The initiative grid has two possible plots, the grid cell data and the grid totals row, whilst the monthly grid can additionally plot the grid row totals column. Data aggregation. When you are using single or two grid display modes, you are combining the numeric data with the text column data. It then becomes possible to group the data according to the cells in any one text column, and this is called data aggregation. When you select the initiative's grid cell data in either single or two grid modes, the data can be aggregated by the text column contents, which provides an extremely powerful data display facility, as you can summarize according to any text column in your objectives or initiatives grid. When you select the monthly grid totals column, the data is automatically aggregated by the grid row name, so that all grid rows with the same name are added together to form the one graph or chart. When you select the monthly grid row totals, the data is organized in monthly columns, which allows you to gauge your cash flow figures over the monthly date ranges. Screen areas. The screen has 8 active tabs, which allow you to adjust the chart graph and its properties in the way that you need. The chart is formatted with columns and series, which relate to the exported grid where the rows become the series. Chart Type tab. This allows you to select the graph display type. Some of the available options are bar graph, line graph, area display, pie chart, and radar display. All these options work using toggle buttons that are lit up with an orange color when they are active. There are also graph display options such as 3D, XY axis swap, plus X-axis to series swap. If you are plotting the actual grid cell data, not the totals, the data can be aggregated by the grid column, and there is a convenient drop-down list available where you can quickly change the setting. The color transparency can be changed using a slider bar to allow you to see graph lines that may be hidden. If you have chosen 3D mode, then there are slider bars to change the axis orientation. If you have chosen pie graph mode, then you can change the overall and donut hole sizes. Chart Labels tab. The chart has labels for these three areas: header, footer, X-axis, Y-axis, and series legend. This tab provides text boxes that allow you to change the text. Data Labels tab. The chart has three types of on-screen labels that show on the data plot points. The X-axis labels are useful for when the existing X-axis labels are unreadable. When using these, you can adjust the width as well as the location using the slider bars. Both the Y-axis data values and series labels can be shown on the graph points. These have automatic label positioning, plus you can select the other types of positioning and change the offset distance. In each case, 2 offset controls are provided in an effort to avoid label overwriting. These are the overall distance and the increase in distance between label numbers. Row and column filter tabs. This allows you to hide unwanted columns and/or series from view. Often the chart will begin with the totals columns and rows showing, so it is common to remove these. When you click on the X-axis to series swap button, these values and filters are all swapped over. Owner Logo tab. The Owner Logo is an important tool for enhancing your corporate image, so we provide the ability to display this on the chart. There are buttons for positioning it at the top right of either the Windows form or the plot area. The slider bars allow you to position it elsewhere on the form. In this example we have used a logo from one of our customers. Print or Save tab. This allows you to save the graph as either an image or a PDF file. The image can also be printed or exported to the preview screen, which has a Save As facility. However, the quality of the image save facility is not as good as the main ones in the ribbon. Export Folder and File Names tab. This tab allows you to change the folder and file name for when you are saving the image to a file. Summary. The export to chart or graph is a powerful facility for visualizing your numeric strategic plan data. The data aggregation ability is extremely useful for comparing budget data against the different grid columns, and it is important to consider adding columns into your overall scorecard design specifically for this purpose. The radar display is particularly popular, as is the pie charts. Plus the 3D and transparency options improve the data presentation. Thank you for downloading and watching this video demonstration.